Hi, this is Robbie. This is my Cuda experiment for generating the bounding box. The algorithm for launching it looks like this. I create a number of threads I want to use for each block. Then I create a number of blocks based on the number of vertices. I do some more setup specifically to create my output buffer, which is going to be a giant list of boxes that I'm going to iterate over to get the final result. And then I launch the kernel. This will give me the output boxes, which I copy back over. Then I iterate over them to get the overall bounding box for the whole model. So the structure of a box looks like this. It just has a min and max vert to represent the size of the box. And then I can call union to add a new point, or union with another box to expand it to include all those points. And each of these functions is marked up with host and device, which means I can use it in my CPU code and my GPU code and reuse the functions in both contexts. And I can also do that with operators, so I use the plus operator here to call union as well. So in the Cuda kernel itself, each block is going to be responsible for calculating an output box. So I create a shared buffer of boxes that all the threads in this block can use. Each thread starts out by just setting a tiny little box for its unique position, and that is going to be associated with its thread ID. Then once they're all done, I can sync them all together, and then I start doing the reduction to combine them into one box. So basically each thread looks at its neighbor, and then it does a union between the two boxes, and then those two combine with the next two, and so on and so forth, until you end up with just one that's the union of all of them together. And that one is going to be stored in the first entry, which is TID 0. So that's responsible for writing the output to the output buffer here. And then, of course, we can iterate over all the ones in the output and get the overall result. So here's what it looks like. I will run the algorithm, and it generates the box on the GPU, and it looks correct.